Hi, so today it is the 21st of March, which means it is World Poetry Day, and as I love poetry, I'm going to be reading for you a few of my favorite poems, and all of them are by Sylvia Plath, and the first one is called I Am Vertical. I haven't planned these at all, so it may turn a bit messy. I am sorry about that. So yeah, as I said, I am vertical, but I would rather be horizontal. I am not a tree with my root in the soil, sucking up minerals and motherly love, so that each March I may gleam into leaf. Nor am I the beauty of a garden bed, attracting my share fuss, next spectacularly painted, and knowing I must soon unpetal. Compare with me, a tree is immortal, and a flower head not tall, but more startling, and I wonder one's longevity and the others therein. Tonight, in the infinitesimal light of the stars, the trees and flowers have been strewing the cool others. I walk among them, but none of them are noticing. Sometimes I think that when I am sleeping I must most perfectly resemble them. Thoughts go dim. It is more natural to me lying down. Then the sky and I are in open conversation, and I shall be useful when I lie down finally. Then the trees may touch me for once, and the flowers have time for me. This is from 1961. Now I'm going to be reading The Stones, which is from 1959. This is the city where men are mended. I lie on a great anvil. The flat blue sky circle flew off like the heart of a doll when I fell out of the light. I enter the stomach of indifference, the world a scaffold. The mother of pestles diminished me. I became a steel pebble. The stones of the valley were peaceable, the headstone quiet, jostled by nothing. Only the mouth-hole piped out, importunate cricket, in a quarry of silences. The people of the city heard it. They haunted the stones, taciturn and separate. The mouth-hole cry in their locations. Drunk as a fetus, I suck at the paps of darkness. The food tubes embrace me. Sponges kiss my legions away. The jewel master drives his chisel to pry open one stone eye. This is the after hell. I see the light. A wind unstops the chamber of the ear. All warrior. Water mollifies the flint lip, and daylight lays its sameness on the wall. The rafters are cheerful, hitting the pincers, hoisting the delicate hammers. A current agitates the wires, bolt upon bolt. Catgut stitches my fissures. A workman walks by carrying a pink torso. The storerooms are full of hearts. This is the city of spare parts. My swathed legs and arms smell sweet as rubber. Here they conduct a heat or an a limb. On Fridays the little children come to trade their hooks for hands. Dead men leave eyes for others. Love is the uniform of my bald nurse. Love is the bone and sinew of my curse. The base reconstructed houses the elusive rose. 10 fingers shape a ball for shadows. My mending stitch. There is nothing to do. I shall be good as new. Okay, so next one, it's called Burning the Letters, and it is from 1962. I made a fire, being tired of the white fist of all letters and their death rattle when I came too close to the wastebasket. What did they know that I didn't? Grain by grain, they enrolled. Sands were a dream of clear water, green like a getaway car. I am not subtle. Love, and well, I was tired of cardboard cartons the color of cement or a dog park, holding in its hate Dolly and a pack of men in red jackets and the eyes and times of the postmarks. This fire may lick and fawn, but it is merciless. a glass case. My fingers would enter, although they melt and suck. They are told, do not touch. And here is an end to the writing, the spry hooks that bend and cringe, and the smiles. And at least it will be a good place now, the attic. At least I won't be strung just under the surface, dumb fish with one teen eye, watching for glints, writing my arctic between this wish and that wish. So I poke at the carbon birds in my house dress. They are more beautiful than my bodiless oh, they console me, rising and flying, but blinded. They would flutter off, black and glittering. They would be cool angels, only they have nothing to say to anybody. I have seen the dot. With the bat of a rake, I flake up papers that breathe like people. I find them out, between the yellow lettuce and the German cabbage, involved in its weird blue dreams, involved as a fetus, and a name with black hedges. Wilts at my foot, sinuous horses, in a nest of root hairs and boredom, pale eyes, patterned leather girdles. Warm rain greases my hair, extinguishes nothing. My veins glow like trees. The dogs are tearing a fox. This is what it is like, a red bust and a cry that splits from its rib back and does not stop with the dead eye and the stuffed expression, but goes on, dying in the air, telling the particles of the clouds, the leaves, the water, what immortality is, that it is immortal. I have like marks, but I'm still a mess. So, last one is called Love Letter, and it's from 1960. Love letter, not easy to state the change you made. If I'm alive now, then I was dead, though like a stone, and bothered by it, staying put according to habit. You didn't just toe me an inch, no, nor leave me to set my small bold eyes skyward again without hope of course, of apprehending blueness or stars. That wasn't it. I slept, say, a snake, masked among black rocks as a black rock in the white heats of winter, like my neighbors, taking no pleasure in the million perfectly chiseled cheeks, lightening each moment to melt my cheek of basalt. They turned to tears, angels weeping over dull natures, but didn't convince me. Those tears rose. Each dead head had a visor of eyes. And I slept on like bent finger. The first thing I saw was she and the log drops rising in a dew limpid as spirits. Many stones lay dense and expressionless round about. I didn't know what to make of it. I shone, mica scaled and unfolded, to pour myself out like a fluid, among bird feet and the stems of plants. I wasn't food. I knew you at once. Tree and stone glittered without shadows. My finger length grew loosened as glass. I started about like a March twig, an arm and a leg, an arm, a leg. From stone to cloud, so I ascended. Now I resemble a sort of god, floating through the air in my shell shaft, pure as a pane of ice. It's a gift.